So many storylines, Alan. Maybe the best one, I think Nancy said it. Nancy nailed it right on the head. I hate to brag all week. Super Saver, and I
We should have had a camera on Mary Jo because we're up here watching the race, and
Here's
she
what
was
it's like.
screaming.
Come on, Calvin, bow rail! that was me.
Except for one little thing, folks. Trust me, I promise you, Scout's honor. She was much louder, right or wrong?
Oh yeah,
much louder.
I don't know if you saw Patrick Patterson's dance at the beginning, but I'm wondering if that's going to become the new John Wall. Brent, we're going to have much more coming up tonight at 11. You're going to hear from those Bulldogs. Part of the reason Orton may be making that decision, or at least pondering it, is because when he came to Kentucky, and Cal talked about this, he was told he'd be the starter. 13-seeded Murray State upsets Vandy. Vandy just can't beat a team from Kentucky, I guess. Also, we had an upset here in New Orleans as Old Dominion beat Notre Dame. That's an 11-6. The other SEC team to play today was Florida. They lost to BYU in double overtime. Now, if the Cats are going to fall into that getting upset category tonight, which they probably won't. A 16 seed is 0-100 against a 1 seed in the history of the tournament. They say they won't lose it because they're too young. When it comes to the Big Two, boy, he has dreamed of being in the winner's circle.
And he's trying to get his second horse in the Derby. He's got Dean's Kitten for his win at Turfway, and maybe he'll get a second today.
10 Cents a Shine, his first in 2003.
And that was because as a kid, he used to shine horses for
10 cents a shine. Welcome out here live at Wildcat Warehouse. We've had a slight wardrobe change because the word is finally in, and Enes Kanter has been ruled ineligible, permanently ineligible. It is all smiles, and you know what? A lot of the True Blue fans think that some of the Tennessee fans should be ashamed. We're in Tennessee after all, and it was an all-blue arena today. As you can imagine, it was so loud in there, probably the loudest game I have ever been to. Not only that, it was Bruce Pearl's most lopsided loss ever since becoming the coach at Tennessee. From the time the teams walked into the arena, you knew this was gonna be fun. DeMarcus Cousins disappeared against Alabama. Today, he had a little something special for the Vols, like 19 points and 15 rebounds.
Coach been on me a lot about my energy level and just my effort. So I just try to come out with a high energy. And I mean, it showed today.
They had something for him too. Stephen Pearl tried to get Cousins to lose it. Melvin Goins got thrown out for taking a shot at Boogie, which just got him going even more. Do you enjoy games more when there's some talking going on?
I mean, I guess you could say it gets me going.
These teams brought their mouths to the floor, trash talking from tip to buzzer. After the game, there were hugs, but during it, no love lost.
Yeah, I enjoy it too because once you win, they ain't got nothing to say. And I like when people talk, then they lose, they ain't got nothing to say.
Scotty Hobson didn't do the job.
No, he did.
From outside, this was the team that will kill you. Eric Bledsoe hit 5 threes and had 17 points. Darnell Dodson hit back-to-back trays, and John Wall was John Wall again. 14 points, helping the Cats crush the Vols by 29 points, 74-45.
We hit threes, we real tough to beat, but we know they ain't gonna fall every game. So we just got to keep shooting with confidence.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm not embarrassed to say it, just about any team we play, if we're making threes like that, because of the way we guard, because of how big we are, because we have a post presence, we become pretty good.
The Cats will now advance to their first SEC championship game since 2005, with even bigger things on the horizon.
It means a lot because we had a whole bunch of freshmen on this team, and we trying to do a special thing for Kentucky.
I don't know what to expect from us. I know this, if we play like we did today, we'll be fine. We'll march.
Now, in that championship game, the Cats will face Mississippi State. The Bulldogs beat Vandy this afternoon. Wonder how many of those Mississippi State fans still have DeMarcus Cousins' cell phone number. And I also bet Scotty Hobson's probably not going to guarantee any more wins. After all, the worst loss in Bruce Pearl's Tennessee history, not too shabby. And one other note, I don't know if you saw Patrick Patterson's dance at the beginning, but I'm wondering if that's going to become the new John Wall. Brent, we're going to have much more coming up tonight at 11. You're going to hear from those Bulldogs and how they feel about playing the Cats again coming up at 11. For now, let's send it back to you. Guys, that 1984 team that went to the Final Four is filled with fan favorites. Bowie, Turpin, Dickie Beal, Winston Bennett, and Kenny Skywalker. They all had nothing but good things to say about Melvin, even as they mourn him way too soon.
He kept on laughing and kept on working and kept on going, you know. They used to have a manager, keep him from sneaking to McDonald's, you know, all that good stuff at the lodge. And Turpin's like, oh, I don't care, you know, he still do it.
Leroy Bird played with Melvin at Bryan Station and at UK. He was at the gym when his phone started going crazy. News he wasn't prepared to hear. Baby Magic will never forget the last time he saw Dinner Bell Mel.
He seen me at the chicken place, it was a barbecue place on Georgetown Street from Douglas Park, and I was standing out waiting on my order, and somebody just pulled up behind me and blew their horn and scared me to death, and it was him and his wife in the car, and he said, man, where you been? And we hugged, and he, you know, he took a picture. And I remember he took that last picture. He said, man, we got to get a picture together, and we took that picture, so that's my last memory of him.
Kenny Skywalker says Melvin's personality was infectious, and you couldn't help but love him. Sky says Mel loved meeting his fans, and to this day, loved to pose for pictures and sign autographs. Sky says Melvin even won over Coach Joe B. Hall.
You know, Coach Hall, who was a tough disciplinarian with a lot of his players, and I think he loved all of his players, but I think he would tell you, you know, and you can see that he had a special bond, special relationship with Melvin Turpin.
Turpin's friends wish they had some answers, wish they knew how they could have helped him. Now all they're left to do is remember him.
I have great memories on and off the court, you know, with Melvin. I think that's something that we just should all remember. That smile, that personality, and a great basketball player, but an even better person. I think every teammate will tell you that played with him that he's probably their favorite teammate, and he was certainly mine because of his spirit.
My prayers go out to his family, and I know God's taking care of him, and I truly miss him. Yes, truly miss him.
UK coach John Calipari released a statement tonight saying, quote, I want to express my deepest sympathy to all of Melvin Turpin's family and friends. I also pray for their strength during this time of grief. Melvin Turpin's son, who is also 7 feet tall, just won a national championship in junior college, which has garnered him a lot of interest from schools such as Louisville and Kentucky. He had recently gotten a call from UK assistant Orlando Antigua. Kyle Turpin put on his Facebook page tonight, my one dream was to be able to meet my father and play one game in front of him. That can never happen now. Kevin and Nancy, back to you.